What's up, guys? This is a really random vlog out of nowhere. Stacey and I are still cleaning up Little Crackden, so in time for us to move. I just had a really cool phone call from a teacher from my high school who has probably just the teacher. Thanks, Stace. Mr. Werrimy, he is someone who I always reference back to any conversation about learning, and his impact on me was so big that after 15 years being out of high school, I wanted to reach out to him just to send a letter. I did not expect a phone call. Yeah. All right, enjoy. It's been quite crazy.
So where are you going? What part to the U.S.? Whereabouts are you headed?
So we're heading to Florida, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My wife's American, and we are having a little bub in, about 3.5 months now. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. And yeah, it's really, it's an exciting time and nerve-wracking, obviously.
So did you just happen to run into Dobbs, or how did you?
So I ran into Bisho probably 2 years ago now, and like I've been saying to everyone, like when I talk about like the ideal way to teach for like 15 years, I always bring you up. You were like the initial edutainer, that term, you know, like keep them entertained to keep them educated and engaged. I mean, yeah, like my wife's heard me talk about you multiple times. Look, I can't remember a single thing about 3-unit maths, I'll be honest, but but I did for when I needed to. But I remember there was like top diff bot minus bot tip or something like that.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, that's good to remember. Yeah, good. Well, thank you for your comments. Anyway, that's great.
Yeah, like I just before I went to America, because I've been saying for a year to even my wife, I'm like, I just want to let him know, like, such an impression 15 years on, like, you know, literally it's been another lifetime in a way since, like, you know, well, half a lifetime really, that I've just always been like, man, out of all the teachers, you're the one that I'm always like, wow, he really left a huge impression on me. You know?
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say that, and it was very enjoyable working with you. And I'm delighted you're making the move and the new arrival of your baby. So things are all positive, undoubtedly.
Yeah. I didn't expect a phone call, so that's pretty cool. I was happy with just writing a letter.
When are you actually leaving to go to the States?
Next Tuesday. So this time next week, we would have just taken off. And we have on an entire 747, I think there's a maximum of 12 passengers. So we have like our own private 747 jet.
A friend of mine, a friend of a friend, came from the States. This is 3 months back. And there were a total of 28 passengers on the big, I don't know if it was a 747, but there were only 28 passengers in total.
Yeah. And
that's in economy and first class.
Yeah.
So I wish you every success. I hope everything goes great, and job-wise and life and so on and so forth. And congratulations on the arrival. What, you said 3 months, the baby's due in 3 months?
September 20th. So maybe 4.
When I get off the phone here,
Uh-huh.
I'll text you my email address.
Yep.
So when you get to when you're settled and all the rest, as a matter of fact, you can wait a few months until you've had the baby. And then you can send me, well, I'm not trying to dictate, it would be nice to receive if you sent me a picture of the three of you, or emailed me a picture of the three of you. That'd be nice to see.
Absolutely, would love to.
Okay, good stuff. Well, it's been great talking to you, man. This is very exciting. I mean, you think of students and we get down the line and then you wonder about certain people and how they're going. So it's very kind of you to get in touch, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, like I can't remember much about 3-unit maths. All I remember is that you've really left a huge impression long term. And I reckon at least 2 or 3 times a year you're brought up about, like, if we're talking about, obviously with parenting, I guess teaching children is more of a more common conversation, and it's like I'm constantly referring back to you because You were wacky, but it was so amazing, you know, like I loved it, every part of it. Like if you can make 3-minute maths enjoyable, then I think you got something special.
Well, thanks again, man. I truly appreciate your comments, and thank you very much. And thanks again for getting in touch with Bish and Dobbs, and I wish both of you all the best.
Beautiful. Thanks very much, and same to you and your wife. I hope you guys have a awesome time playing golf and also in Cairns.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, take care.
All right, thanks, Mr. Waramy. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was cool. Wow, I did not expect any of that. Wow, I am lost for words. Did not expect a phone call. I felt really vulnerable actually verbally saying that. I was expecting to be writing a letter. You know, you can hide behind words on a page, but saying them, man, that was different. But I'm super jittery now. Dobbsy, thank you for laying that out. Mr. Waramy, thank you for calling, because that was real cool. Doing all this stuff, like catching up with people before leaving, humbling experience. Seeing everyone, and this has topped everything, because I finally got a chance to just sort of tell him the impression, like I don't know, in his shoes even, imagine finding out 15 years later that you're still spoken of in such a light. I think that'd be a really cool thing to hear too. So look, if you guys can think of anyone that you could give a message like that, go and do it, because it feels so good. It takes some effort. It takes a bit of getting uncomfortable. It took me a whole year to even message Mr. Bishop to get me in contact with Mr. Waramy. So just take that plunge and reach out and just thank someone for that, because it feels so good. Yeah. Anyway, we need to get back to clean this crack den, Stace.